Hello, my name's Sue Lewis, and I'm going to run you through this very quick introduction to Career Pilot and also the Pathway Planner. So Career Pilot is one website with all the information, tools and advice to support the career journey for young people and the resources to help you deliver that. It also maps to the 8 Gatsby benchmarks. So this is Career Pilot. It has 4 zones. Everything really happens from the student zone, but all the information they collate about their choices is visible through the reporting zone. We also have an advisor zone with lots of lesson plans and a parent zone too. We also have the option for a subscriber to add on the Career Pilot Pathway Planner. So this is a model and tool that triages students' guidance needs at 3 different levels. So Career Pilot is all about having a whole school approach to careers with the student at the centre. So there are activities for every age group. And through the activities, we're trying to help students make good decisions, but also become managers of their future careers. So all this really fits with Gatsby One, a stable careers programme. So if you're the careers leader, you can have Career Pilot at the centre of your careers offer. To support students, we've got a 3-stage career process we teach them they can use throughout life. As I said, activities for every year group and also 5-week PSHE programs and lots of resources to help you deliver Career Pilot, including how to engage tutors in signposting to Career Pilot. As I said, materials for PSHE staff. We've got a parent zone. We've got activities for subject teachers, and of course everything's leading to personal guidance. There's lots of information for the guidance advisor by the time they come to have their guidance. If you were doing the Pathway Planner, then you would do that in year 11 and year 12 because it's helping students to think about their next stage options. Just to show you a bit more detail, we've got activities, as I said, for every year group, and they're also available as presentations that can be delivered as part of a 50-minute to 60-minute lesson. And these are all available as video lessons too, one of the team delivering. The Pathway Planner's got its own particular presentations. So we also have lots of other resources. You can wrap careers around the whole curriculum. We've got activities to be done in tutor time, which take about 20 minutes. They don't require a computer. Got activities for subject teachers so they could look at a particular topic they're delivering and see how they could enhance that to make it more closely aligned with careers. Got those for Key Stage 4 and Key Stage 5. Then we have lots of hot job posters and some of them available as social media packages so you can send out job of the week to parents and to students. And we've just recently launched a pack specifically by the NHS, and this one which is specifically about green jobs. So this is Career Pilot. Anybody can use this part of the site. This is open access. But if you're a subscriber, then you can get the students to register. And when they signed in using the site, they can be using the career tools. So this is where they can personalise the things they're particularly interested in. That will actually create a careers report for them. And all that data can be collated in the reporting zone. So you can see what young people are interested in your context. Also from careerpilot.org.uk, you can access the advisor zone and the parent zone in the top left. These are our popular tools, lots of job profiles, course search, apprenticeship search, search for providers, a qualification ladder, and over 1,000 video stories all tied into jobs and qualifications in the site. The 3-stage process I mentioned here, we try to teach this to students so they've got a process they can return to when they make a career decision throughout life. And a lot of our resources are structured under these 3 stages. But they might already have a pathway in mind and they can look in detail at that. We're all qualified advisors behind Career Pilots, so very passionate about making sure students get the right information and advice. So stage 1 of our 3-stage process has got all the activities so students can find out more about themselves and what drives them. So there'll be quizzes, start with the subject, start with your values, do with the skills profile. I'll just show you some of those quickly. There's a job sector quiz, 50 pictures of things you might want to do in work, and then it shows them what sectors seem to most closely align with what they're interested in, and they can explore those further and see loads of job profiles in that sector. So it's a great way to extend knowledge and inspire young people. And that really helps with Gatsby too. So for Gatsby 4, we've got something called Start with the Subject, where a student can pick a subject they love, and then we'll give them ideas of jobs or courses that they could want to do with that particular passion. Throughout Career Pilot, they can be adding anything they're interested in to the career tools. In this example, they're adding to my subjects. The students can also do our skills profile, so we ask them what they've done in their life, their learning. There's also a post-16 version that asks about work. They can indicate what they've done. I've kept going with a hobby or sport out of school, and then show them what skills that activity has helped them develop. They then get a skills profile with all their skills. They can add their own examples and say what skills they've got from the things they've done. Those will all be banked for them. And later they can use these when they want to apply. They can also compare their skills to a particular job. So if they type in the name of the job, they can see the skills that job needs and their own skills alongside. Then explore your options. They can do that in a range of ways, by age. One of my choices is 16, for example, or through jobs or courses, apprenticeship vacancies, and many other ways. So, for example, they could look at our job sectors or by job. They could drill down, see all the jobs to do with the animal, as in this example, see a little bit about it, then drill down further to the full profile, which has got labour market information. Is it going to grow or might I earn? And lots of other detail as well, including a very detailed bit on entry requirements. Is there an apprenticeship route? Do I have to do a degree? Can I get into that and work my way up? There's also labour market information, including how many people are currently employed in this job, and also access to live vacancies, so students can build up a knowledge of what's out there and what's expected. They can also search for courses, degree courses, apprenticeship vacancies. So I'll just show you quickly. A degree course, they can type it in here. There's a little drop down of subject areas to give them some ideas. Postcode, how far you're prepared to travel. Then a little short list of all the different courses available. You can click and get lots more information. And again, you can add this to your career tools. You build up a whole body of information about the things you're interested in. The final stage is plan your next steps. So this is where you can see your full report, your skills map, and we have an action planner we use at the end of every career session to get them to think of one or two things so they begin to manage their own careers. The report for students can be seen here. The full report can be quite detailed, great for preparing for a personal guidance session, good for Gatsby 3, meeting individual needs, because it'll tell you what your students are interested in. When your advisor has done a session with students, they can write their report straight onto the site, and then it's visible to the students and any other teacher. And that report moves up to them each year, and they can port it into another provider. They move to a college, for example. We also have the Advisor Zone, and here I find lots of lesson plans and materials that will help you deliver Career Pilot and maps to show you how it links with Gatsby. There is a tile showing all our free webinars, so if you want to find out more about Career Pilot, you can sign up for one of those. Then we have the Parents Zone, and parents can get answers to questions that are frequently asked. And then the Reporting Zone. And you can see reports by group or individual, and you can manage your students into tutor groups as well and set up staff logins. So you could see what tasks they've completed, or you could see, for example, what job sectors a particular group are interested in. So that would help you plan your encounters with particular employers. We also have the Pathway Planner, which is available if you want to add it on to your main 4 zones. This is something we developed through a bid to the Careers and Enterprise Company and piloted with 6 schools. You use it mainly with your 11 and 12s, although some schools use it at the end of year 10 and use it again with year 13s. So the model has 3 stages. One is we do a preparation session called the pre-guidance session, which is all about their options. So schools will have done all sorts of things to prepare students for options, but in this session, we're going to make sure that whole group know all the different options. They're going to get some time to explore the ones they're interested in on Career Pilot. And then for the last 10 minutes of that 50-minute session, they're going to do the Pathway Planner. So we're going to ask them what pathways they're interested in. Through a quiz, we'll ask them questions to see how ready they are for their pathway. And they'll get a red, amber, green score. And then the careers leader, the guidance advisor, can look at all this data and plan what guidance to offer at 3 different levels. They can use Career Pilot as part of the guidance, write the report straight on there, and there's various other reporting mechanisms in the Pathway Planner, so you can actually plan and see future progression. 4 weeks after guidance in our model, somebody follows up by asking 3 questions, takes 5 minutes. And wrapped around this whole model is a drop-in of at least one lunchtime a week. So the students can refer themselves in if after the first session they're still worried, but also this is where the tutors could refer them to as well. Just show you some of this quickly. So if you choose the Pathway Planner, you switch it on, you do this pre-guidance option choice session. Right at the end, you ask them which pathway they're interested in, showing the ones that are available to them next. They do a short quiz about the ones they're definite or considering, and then we find out whether they're ready for that pathway. Have they done everything? Do they know everything? They get a red and a green score, and all that data is available at the back end. So when you book in guidance, so everybody's going to get guidance, which is obviously Gatsby 8, then you'll be using this data to allocate 3 different levels. And in our pilot, we had a 20-minute checker plan for anybody who was green for a definite pathway, 30 minutes for amber, 60 minutes for anybody red for a definite pathway, or anybody definite about apprenticeships or who had an additional need. Some schools flex the timing slightly, but that's what we use in the pilot. In the back end then, we have a new section called Pathway Planner, Reports and Actions, and you can see a dashboard showing what your students are interested in, what pathways, but also how ready they are. You can look at their answers and you can allocate a guidance session that meets with their particular requirements. And you use other data too, like grades. You can also indicate that A on the left-hand side against sample 3002 indicates this student has an additional needs. So you might want to take that into account and make sure they get a longer guidance session. So in this example, year 11 haven't done it, post 16 have, so you can see the pathways. You can see additional needs. You can also do particular actions against the individuals, like make bookings, and actually track their progress towards their progression. You can also see when you have a booking set up, if it's pink, you've done it, and if it's green, it's coming up. So it's quite a nice way to see everything in one place. Students have a timeline. So this shows that on the 28th of November, the students did the Pathway Planner, and this student was 2 reds and amber. On the basis of those results, the guidance advisor gave them a long guidance session, got them then to edit their responses, and then they became green and amber. And all the time you're trying to give them the support they need so they're in a good position to make their next stage progression. So there's lots more I could say about Career Pilot on the Pathway Planner, but I'm coming to the end of my presentation now. Just to say we have loads of really good quotes from students about how useful they find the site. You can find all of those in our feedback session on the Advisor Zone. And they particularly like having their own account, being able to see their report, bookmarking things they're interested in, and the jobs and job information is always top in terms of the most popular parts of the site. So you might have access to a free subscription if you're in the Southwest, because it's funded through 13 universities, and also in the UniConnect area called Study Hire, which is Berkshire, Buckinghamshire and Thames Valley. If you're outside that area, you do have to pay your own subscriptions, and for the 4 zones it's $599 per annum, and if you add on the Pathway Planner to your 4 zones for the whole thing, it'll be $799. Higher for colleges and less for special schools. So if you have any more questions, do get in touch with our helpline. Jo on the helpline will be happy to answer any questions. If you want to know more about anything I've mentioned today, we do a whole program of free webinars. So if you go to the Advisor Zone, top left of homepage, you can sign up for one of our free webinars. So thank you so much for listening, and please do get in touch if you'd like to know more.